Welcome to this masterclass on sales mastery. Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey McGee. Today, it's all about social media. However, I want to put a revenue generation, a sales focus, a recruitment focus, whatever it is that you do in your revenue or your sales role, social media to me from this perspective today. How are you leveraging and utilizing social media to be a strategic asset and tool for you to give you advance heads up on what's going on in the market space so you're not caught off guard? Whew, that's a whole lot. So let me give you an example. A lot of ways to do this. There are paid social media services that you can engage in, and there's a lot of them by specific industries. So if you don't know those answers, start checking those out. But let me use the obvious, LinkedIn. LinkedIn should be giving me money for as much as I promote them on the planet. LinkedIn is the largest social media platform for business professionals doing business as professionals. I love that mantra. That was really the whole reason why they were created and started, even though sometimes I think they forget why they're here. And a lot of people now that are on LinkedIn are kind of polluting up the airwaves because, again, if it's not about professional business people doing business, then get the crap off of there. But here's my point. On LinkedIn, social media, number one, every one of your customers you should be following because every business today of any size typically has a corporate profile on LinkedIn. You should click follow. Whether you connect doesn't matter. That's another conversation. But you should be hitting follow. Now, every time they post something, that's going to be on your dashboard. The next time you sign into LinkedIn, it's going to be right up there in the notifications. So now you're able to see what your customers are doing. Better yet, you should be following the top 10 customers of every one of your customers. So now you know what's going on in your industry before they may know it. And that gives you a way to go back to, as I presented on some of these master classes, the concept of value. So go back and rewatch that program. Value falls into 911, 411, and 311 camps. You having great intel you can share with your customers, that could be a 411 sort of a call you're making, or maybe even a 911 if it's a game changer to them and they're not aware of it. So think about, are you following your customers? Obvious. Are you following your top 10 customers? That's number two. Prospects. Any key prospect that you're after, a suspect, someone you think, you know what, they are going to be a customer one day. You should be following them. It will give you lots of insights as to just organically ways to reach out to them, share with them, communicate to them, or celebrate with them their own, in essence, successes along the way. So the point of social media for selling is how are you using it to give you intel? Now, another aspect of social media is how do you use it to raise awareness to the universe that you are a legitimate human being. Yeah, let me get obnoxious and blunt for a second. There's a lot of noisemakers out there that want to say, I'm great, but their resume won't fill up a Post-it note. So again, use social media to share your success stories, case studies, white papers. You're interviewed on a podcast or a blog that's of substance, repost that on your own social media. Celebrate successes. If you have an organization that does have, in essence, a social media team and they're posting things, you can repost things in your own ecosystem. So social media is your silent, accelerating sales entity to help you.